Welcome back, friends. This is Solomon Jagwe. I'm back with another quick insight. So many of you have asked me to show you how I'm able to send the mockup data that you've downloaded from Wonder Studio and use it inside of iClone and Character Creator 4. So here's a scene. This is the video that I started with. And you can see the character dancing over here, right, in the kitchen. And there's another video that I did before that I was talking about how these scenes can be taken into Omniverse, but today we're going to talk about the motion capture data itself, right? So after you upload this particular video, and you can see the results here, right? So this particular animation is what I was able to process. And when I play it back, you can actually see the character. This is a native character inside of Wonder Studio. But this right here, AI mockup, is what we're really interested in, right? So that's why most of you have been asking about it. How do I take this mockup file and then use it inside of, say, iClone Character Creator 4, even send it to the Unreal Engine? So as you can see on the left-hand side here, I have this Kevin character. I've given him some new outfit, but he's using the motion capture data from here. So what you do is, after you've processed, and remember, you need the pro version of Wonder Studio to be able to process AI mockup. And so when you're exporting, or before you process, make sure that you select AI mockup, blend the scene, clean plate, all those things. But this is really important right here because this is what we want to work with. And when you're done, after you've processed, click on AI mockup, download it. So it come out as an output underscore pause.zip. Hopefully in the future, they will make this reflect the name of the file. So I hope that Wonder Dynamics team can, make an adjustment so that when you download, that's the file name related to the scene. So after you've downloaded the file, it's going to show up in your downloads folder. So this is output pause right here. Okay. And then I'm going to put that into another folder and unzip it. So here it is. So simply right click and extract here if you're using WinRAR. And when it extracts, it will put it in this folder right here as actor1.fbx. So this contains the body animation. It does not contain the facial animation. That's another, I think, feature that will be probably down the road. If you want to get the facial animation, you're going to have to download the Blender scene. And that one, you can, as so far as I know, from what I know, as of this moment, as of the recording of this video, that feature is not yet available where you can actually download the facial mockup as a separate file. Like this is body and maybe there's facial animation separate, but you could export it from the Blender scene if you want, right? Today we're going to be talking about the mockup, the body mockup that you see here on the left hand side. And so what you do is go to load up your Character Creator 4. All right, the first step that you need to do once you get to Character Creator 4, and I'm using Character Creator 4.2. I know why I can't say that right. Character Creator 4.2 is drag and drop that mockup file in here and choose prop. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds to load. All right. If you play back this animation, you can see the full animation from this scene. And actually, this is a character that we exported, like we downloaded the AI mockup, right? It's amazing that we can get like mockup straight from a video that has no equipment, no motion capture suit. So we're able to get this mockup file in here, but it has issues, right? And you can see the feet bouncing around, mainly because the Wonder Studio only was able to process this camera angle. So for other scenes where you can see the feet, the motion capture, the feet on the feet is the mockup data on the feet is going to be a little bit more stable. But this is because this particular video, the feet are hidden, and that's why I think it's an ideal mockup for me to show you how to fix in iClone. There's a fix for that. Just wait for it. All right, so let's rewind, and we're gonna go to. Make sure that you go to window, that your animation player is enabled, or press F9. And then at the very bottom here, under the remove, just click one time and remove all. And it's going to give you this posture right here. And this is what we want to convert to a humanoid, right? So we're going to go ahead and click on convert to humanoid over here. And then we're gonna go to the HIK profile loader. Just click one time, and we want to use the one for Mixamo. So Mixamo CHXX character is that one. Click OK, and disable T-pause. If you use that, it's gonna mess up the rig. Click OK. All right, now we have our character ready, and let's select this bone right here. Press the E key for rotation, and we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees this way. So over here on the Y axis, make sure it's 90 degrees. Make sure this is also 0. All right, and let's go to the other one as well. I want to do 90 degrees again. So this is minus 90 degrees, 0. All right. So we have our T-pause. This is really, really important, because if you don't have the T-pause, you're going to have issues trying to import the mocap into Character Creator 4 and applying it to any other character. Okay. So now that this is here, we're going to save. And this current pause will be saved as a T-pause, which is good. Find a place where you're going to save it. And right now I already saved a version. Let's do like number 2. So give it any name that is easy for you to like find later on. Save. Click OK. And remember where you saved that file, because you're going to need it. All right. And click active. And actually save. So save this. When you activate it, you can save it as, let's do number 3 as well, just so you can see the difference. Save. Okay. All right. Even though it looks like messed up in the scene right here, no, don't worry about it. It's all we need is this T-pause and the bone name, the bone naming structure of the skeleton. All right. Now press New Project. No saving. And we're going to bring in Kevin. You could bring any character, any CC4 character, and you're going to see it's going to be like magic. All right. If you, depending on how heavy your character is, this one has a little bit of, I think, some really high resolution clothing. All right. So this Kevin has some animation by default, but we're going to remove that. So if you play back, there's a little bit of animation, idle animation. We don't need that for now. So we'll go to remove all. Let's go back to the T-pause. Now, we're going to go to that animation that we saved, that we imported from Wonder Studio. Drag and drop it on this character. And this is where that profile that you saved comes handy. Let's minimize this. Go to where you saved it. Let's use number 3 for now. And disable, select bone root, disable that. So we just want that motion profile, and then convert all. And then sit back and wait for Character Creator 4 to add the animation. So there we go. We have the animation playing back, and you can see still the same issues that we encountered inside of Wonder Studio, because there's, again, Wonder Studio was only able to process just this part right here. But as you can see, the fingers are captured properly. Now this one doesn't have facial animation, because again, remember, that is only available in the Blender scene. But you can see it has captured the fingers. You imagine having a motion capture suit and having gloves. Well, this one you don't need gloves. It will capture the motion from just the video of the character, this character right here. So you can see the video. It was able to capture that, all those gestures, the thumb, even the holding of the phone. So what we don't really have is the facial animation right here. And that I was able to add, because iClone is so awesome, I was able to add that using the iPhone 10. So what you do once you have the mocap here is, it's your chance now to actually, you can save this animation, the mocap file itself, using Character Creator 4, or you can send it directly into iClone. There's a little shortcut right here. It says send to iClone. And when you click on that, it's going to send the character with the motion capture data on it, right? So here's the animation that I already have that is showing what the final result looks like. But I will show you something. Below, you can actually see that the feet are sliding left and right. So let's pause that, wind. Now let's work on fixing the animation. So this particular animation, after I send it from Character Creator 4 over here, another way that you could save this is simply go to the animation tab over here, go to custom, go to motion, go to the animation folder over here, go to motion, and then just save it inside of a folder. And here you can say I have Wonder Studio, and inside the kitchen, that's the animation. So simply just click one time, give it a name like dancing, click OK. And that animation is saved. So that one you'll be able to access inside of iClone. Okay. So I was able to bring it in here and load it the same way. So right now, I'm going to show you how to fix the animation. And this is really cool. Watch it. It's like almost like magic. So the animation itself, if you send the file directly from Character Creator 4 into iClone, if there's an empty scene in here, make sure you save the animation again, because it will say temp over here. The temp fold animation is not, when you right click on it, you are not going to be able to get motion correction. It will have motion direction, but a number of these will be disabled. So it needs you to load the animation onto the character after you've saved it. Okay. So after, make sure you, because the second part, the next stage that we're going to be using to correct the animation, it needs to be able to access motion correction. So that's why it's important to save the animation and then load it onto your character, right? And I suggest that if you want to add any props, for example, like I was able to add a phone, do it before you start editing the animation. Just parent it like this one. I was able to parent the phone onto the hand, the right hand turn of the character. So you see the parent is right here, CC base right hand. All right, let's fix the fit. And I'm gonna do press Ctrl G to bring back the grid. You can see it. And we have crazy bouncing feet like that. All right. So let's fix that part. Just select the character, right click on the animation and go to motion correction. And right now we're just going to do normal standing, because he's not jumping around like crazy. Okay. And we're going to enable the left foot and the right foot. We don't want the toes just yet. And I'm going to use a threshold of 9. I've disabled sync settings for all parts, and I've enabled rotate and translate. Okay. Now this part, guys, you can spend as much time as you want fixing it up, but I'm just going to show you the initial steps so you can see how it works. And even with just the first step, you're going to see how it corrects the animation. So let's first play back so you can see what it looked like before. You see how is this? The feet are just sliding back and forth. Now let's correct it. Press correct and let it do its thing. All right. Now if I play back, watch this. It has planted the feet. No more feet bouncing around. And what's really amazing is that you see how like the feet are like some of the the feet that are planted are like under the ground. That is a very easy fix. So we can just close this right here, the motion correction, rewind and expand this. Go to the motion layer over here. So make sure that, under Kevin, make sure you show the reach and the constraint. And actually you can now see, let's go to also fit to window so you can see all the keys and the different parts. Now let me go back up here and do workspace standard, so we get back this scene right here, and under here you can see the correction and the left foot and the right foot. So if you rotate around, Like at this point right here, it's under the ground. You can see how the different like plant the correction points are. So for example, let's pick this one, press the W key, and you can move it up so that it's on the same level as the other one. And let's go to this one, make sure that it's also on the same level. And it's best to do it at the beginning of the animation, but you can see that now. So this part right here, let's pause for a second. That's the left foot. You can actually press the E key, and I'm going to use local rotate, and you can actually see that you can fix the foot right there. And if you go to this one and this one, let's move it over, press the W key, you can actually move it over. Same with this one. Right there. So if we play back the animation, very stable feet planting, no more bouncing around. And the areas where you saw that, like the changes, like where it's going like that, crazy like that, that's the transition. So we go to the timeline over here, let's expand it and select the character, and you can see the difference between those, like the transition between those two. And we need to go to the motion, like the reach target over here, and that's where the issue is coming from. So we can actually move it a little bit closer, so there's less movement between those two, right? So that's how you fix that. And you can even move it a little bit closer, so there's less transition. And you can also go in and move the foot a little bit more, like this. Which one is it? This one. And actually you can see the difference in height, so it may be prudent to make it the same height. And we can also move it, so now take that and like that. And this part right here, let's see which one that is. Okay, press the E key to rotate. You can fix it. And there we go. So that's the beauty of iClone and the ability to edit mocap, and you can use it to edit Wonder Studio mocap and get rid of all the bouncing, like of the character. And now you have stable no fit sliding animation. And so it started off as this guy right here, right? Wonder Studio couldn't really see the fit down there, so it was only able to process the top part. And you can actually see it here, and you can see the bounciness of that. And we're able to bring it into Character Creator 4, and this was the original part of it. See how, remember what it looked like before, bouncing around like that. And we brought it to iClone, and we're able to fix it, and the character Kevin is dancing. And the facial animation I was able to add using my iPhone 10. It does such a beautiful job of like the blinking and smoothing of the lips and all that. So these little things, like where the hand is penetrating through the phone, all those you can fix with time that you put into the body animation. So make sure that you parent properly and go through and keyframe the parts that are not matching up properly. But if using a good camera angle, maybe in the distance, you could get away with some of those things. But you have plenty of time now to do that, now that you have the animation. But that's what I wanted to show you guys, that you can use Wonder Studio mocap data inside of iClone. And that was the workflow. And you can have feet that are stable without the character bouncing around, and then add facial animation to it. So isn't that amazing that you don't need a motion capture suit, you only need footage of your actor, and you're able to capture all that animation and use it inside of a project like you see here. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you're new to my channel, I kindly ask that you spare a minute and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. Much love to you all. Please stay safe. As always, dare to dream big. May we continue to use these technologies to bring our dreams to life. Please stay safe. Bye for now.